Barbarians group as well, and we've got two great coaches in charge. So before we go any further, let's hear from the two men at the top, Tabai Matson and Scott Robertson. The two men in charge this evening stood to my right, of course, Tabai Matson and Scott Robertson. But you boys, you go back a long way, don't you?
To last century. Long way.
It's not as long ago as you're making it out, last century.
Sounds long when you say last century, though, doesn't it?
Certainly does.
Yeah.
Look, the people are going to be seeing and hearing a lot from me this evening, so I'm going to step out now and just leave you boys have a chat. That all right?
Yeah.
All right. In you go.
As long as we're in screenshot here. How you been, mate? You good?
Yeah, good. It's great touring, you know, and doing it with the Barbars. It's good. It's good situation because you get invited to coach the Barbars. You don't sort of get selected, so there's no pressure to win, but you're expected to win.
Yeah.
And you can have a lot of fun. You can have a lot of fun along the way.
No pressure to win, but you're expected to win. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a real interesting. When we framed the week, Nick Evans stood up and he talked about a couple of jerseys, like for the European lads, like the British Lions jersey and the Barbarians jerseys were like jerseys you want to play for or beat. And so the way Nick Evans framed up the week was actually what an amazing opportunity to play the Barbarians.
Yeah.
This is for a club. This is a unique opportunity, and we're going to take the opportunity to play once in a lifetime Thursday night against the Barbars. So we feel very privileged.
Yeah, and it's a good night for it. It's nice. Deck, there's no Jew. I'm going to be a good crowd. Look, I'm still learning all the players' names in the team, to be honest with you. It's a blur from last week into this week.
You've had a turnover from the last game against the All Black 15.
20 players.
Who's been the best Barbarian? And you can answer it anyway because clearly you won the game.
Joe Marler.
Really? He's just saying that. I think he's just saying that.
No.
This is the
he's got the best rendition of Adele. Someone like you. It was the most amazing song.
Now, was it
our theme
Trixie,
song.
his older ego, or was it him? Was it Joe
He was crossing between the two.
Man.
He wasn't dressed up,
Yeah.
but he was singing like.
Yeah.
Trixie.
Well, I actually feel because I get a different Joe from you.
Yeah.
You know, I get the professional Joe, I get the Harlequins Joe, I get the honest good behaviour Joe, but you probably got the Joe unfilled. So
unleashed. He turned up to majority of things, but he turned up on the day. That was the most important.
Hey, now when you were playing, because you were lucky enough to play for the Barbarians as well.
No, they didn't.
Oh,
Peppermint didn't let me
same
go.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, that's
why
a bit of a neat
coaching.
story.
Yeah.
I was never. Someone asked me, "Do you play for the Barbarians?" I'm like, "I'm not a big enough dog when I was playing to play." So it's a pretty prestigious group, right?
It is, and when you get that opportunity, that's what we've talked about, leaving your mark and going, rightio, while you're here, you do it. You know, you've been given a great skill set and a gift from your mum and dad. You've got all this history that you've got coming from, that you've built, giving yourself the opportunity to go and do it. Now take it.
Yeah.
Because not you just remember the week, which is a blur, but also your ability to go and play, and it actually, the result, like I said, matters.
Yeah.
The way you played, the way the tries you scored, because they becomes a perpetual highlight reel every time you come in. I want to be the person throwing that try.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you right now, we've got 3 trick plays.
We've got 4.
All right. I think we should end on that. I think we should end on that note there. So 3 plays 4, and mate, old friend.
Yeah.
So good to see you.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah,
Cheers.
good night.
Enjoy.
Unbelievable to hear from those two great friends, and they are going to be in charge of the two teams putting on a great show here this evening. Speaking of a great show, I've got a great guest. He's on the naughty step, which means we get his company this evening. Nick David, how are you?
Very well, thank you, Dave. How are you?
I am absolutely buzzing. The lads are warming up behind you. There's a few crazy kicks going on. I think we might see some trick plays tonight, but we're going to spend all night talking about the game. Let's talk about you, because you've had a cracking start to the season, mate. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I think, especially compared to last season, in terms of just down to like an involvement point of view, it's been really good. I think the Newcastle away win was great to kick it off. Unfortunately, it sort of picked up a slight hamstring issue before the Saracens games. That kind of stunted my involvement for the next 2 or 3 games. But yeah, it's I'm really enjoying it thus far, and yeah.
Couple of tries.
Yeah, just a couple of tries, probably to mention, but I think it's down to like the likes of Smithy and those lads putting me in the right areas to score.
Talk to me about the group then, because I think people who aren't Harlequins fans, and there are loads of them watching, free to air tonight. We've got the eyes of the rugby world on us, and people get a little bit fed up of hearing about the Harlequins way and how everybody gets on and it's all one big family.
Yeah.
But it is, isn't it? You've got a lot of close mates in this group, and it shows out there on the pitch.
I think that's one of the biggest things I noticed when I joined last season was how tightly knit everyone is. I mean, not just how friendly the players are, but the members of staff, the coaches, everyone was so welcoming, and I felt so a part of this team in such a small period of time. So I think that's what makes this place so special, because if you've got good relationships off the field, it sort of shows on the field in the game. So, yeah.
I'm hearing stories about the Crystal Maze.
Yes, the Crystal Maze. Tuesday just gone, we had a team social to the Crystal Maze. I'd never seen the show. I don't know if you had, Dave, but no, I'd never seen the Crystal Maze.
Oh, come on, mate.
No, I'm not actually fibbing. I've never seen it. But we were in a team. We won. I thought I'd throw that out there. We won. We collected the most crystals.
You must have wondered what on earth was going on.
Yeah, I did. I had no clue, really, but a few lads, luckily, in my group had.
Okay.
So they briefed me before going in, which made it a lot easier.
Is that an age thing? Because there will be people watching at home thinking, "Oh my God, am I old now?" Because I know what the Crystal Maze is.
Well, I don't. It might be.
Who was on your team?
Danny Kerr, he'd seen it though. Sorry, that might. There you go. There's the maths for you.
And so who got the crystal? Did you get a crystal?
Yeah, so we all did challenges we felt we were best suited to.
Okay.
We were elected by our captain, Jack Musk.
You put Muskie in
Yeah,
charge?
Muskie was captain,
Cool.
self-proclaimed, and he just put anyone who he thought was best suited to the challenge. So there were things like mystery challenge, skill-based challenges. We brought it home. So
if you ever wondered what a professional rugby team does for entertainment and team bonding in the week, now we know the Crystal Maze. Let's bring it on to this then. Barbarians, there is a lovely, there's always a great buzz around the Stoop, but tonight feels a little bit different, a little bit special. This is exciting for everyone, isn't it?
I mean, I don't think many people can say that they've come up against the Barbarians, so that's why this fixture tonight really sticks out. And I think we're in for a great evening of rugby. We've got two teams who have got similar styles of play, and I think there'll be a lot of tries tonight for sure.
I don't normally do this. I'm not going to ask you for a score prediction, but how many tries do you reckon we're going to have?
Tries in total?
Yeah, in total.
I've got to say around about 10.
All right.
I'd say, stick with 10.
I think maybe a couple more.
Yeah, I'm being conservative, I think. But yeah, 10.
I'm looking forward to calling this one with you tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun, and wherever you're joining us around the world, thank you. The reason you can join us for free is because Xiaomei are our new partner, and they have sponsored this. So while we go up into the commentary position, let's take this opportunity to say thank you to them.
So the game of rugby will always have risks. It's an incredibly physical, combative sport, but I do feel the game is as safe as it could possibly be.
When my dad played back in the day, I think he was soft if he didn't come back on after a head knock, whereas now our safety is number one, and it's good to know as a player that you're getting well looked after.
Nowadays, we have technology that we wear in a gum shield that will measure the impact of the force of the hit, or measure how many times you've been hit. From a risk management perspective, the game is incredibly safer now than it was 20, 30 years ago.
Like Harlequins, Saxo has come a long way in 30 years. And empowering clients to manage their risk is a key part of our heritage. That's why we're constantly building and improving our powerful risk management tools, including account shields and custom alerts, to ensure that you're always protected. Saxo, be invested.
The scene is set, the lights are on. Thank you for joining us wherever you've joined us from around the world. It is truly great to have your company here at the Stoop. Perfect conditions for the time of year. The track is in great shape. I wonder if we're playing snooker or rugby this evening. It's so green and flat. It is Harlequins versus the Barbarians. These two great entertainers meeting for the first time. The Barbarians led out by Mike Brown. A homecoming for him, 351 games, 99 tries, and a hero's welcome every time he steps out on this hallowed turf. There's an all-star cast behind them as well. They've come to play, they've come to have fun, and I've got a feeling they are going to be successful in that. Fantastic turnout for a Thursday night as well. You can't get a ticket for a home game here in the Gallagher Premiership, and you'll struggle to get one for this game against the Barbarians this evening too. Mike Brown just taking his time. On his left leg, he has got the sock from 2012. What a memory for him, what a memory for everyone else. And Mike Boville revs the engine, the flames, the fireworks. And that's just the pre-match. Alex Donbrandt leads them out, the captain this evening. He's actually scored a couple of tries against the Barbarians when he burst onto the scene for the England 15 at Twickenham. Oh, he's had a fresh haircut for the occasion as well. Big smile on his face. Let's take a look at the teams then, starting with the Quins as Marchant and Marler hop back over the fence, having shone for the Barbars at Tottenham. The latter's on the bench, giving the talented youngster Finn Baxter the chance on the loosehead side. Dom as captains, he's in a high-energy back row with Kenningham and Evans. In the back line, it's a birthday boy, Will Evans at outside half, and Lennox Anyanwu back in the midfield as well. As for the Barbarians, internationals from England, New Zealand, Scotland, Ireland, Italy, Argentina and South Africa. But all eyes are on Mike Brown, who captains the team. And talking to him earlier, 99 tries. If he scores today, we're not sure if that takes him up to 100 or takes him down to 98 as a Harlequin. Quins are going to kick us off in the famous quarters. As we look at the replacements bench, a few more have been named for the Barbarians. They've got 26. Great to see Caden Murley in the 23 jersey. Bet he's excited just to play some rugby. It's been a frustrating couple of weeks for him in England camp. He's had an amazing season. 7 tries already in the Gallagher Premiership. There is Finn Baxter. Playing some great rugby at London Scottish. But Will Edwards gets us underway. It's pinball to begin with. It's chaos already. Oh, and in fact, the ball's been knocked on. We're going to have a scrum. Not your area of expertise, Nick David, but great to have you company. You looking forward to this?
Hi, Dave. Thank you. Yes, thank you for having me.
Right, just like we said, yeah, left of the mark, stability.
Well, we packed down for the first time. Reminder of the front rows: Finn Baxter, George Head and Wilco Lowe. Finn Baxter has been playing a lot at London Scottish. We've seen plenty of George and Wilco in the Premiership. Murray McCallum, Stuart McKinley and John Ryan for the Barbarians. Ryan, the only player who kept his place from Sunday. A great tourist. Oh, and that's a great shot as well. Luther Burrell leaving his mark on Will Edwards. This Quins ball, Danny Kerr, Finn Baxter, first carry for him, gets himself around John Ryan. Now Edwards, Wilco Lowe, big old unit, takes on Elliot Stoop. Great to see him back on a rugby pitch. George Head clears out, and Anyanwu back in the 12 jersey. Played 13 against Irish, and it's a positive carry from him before Kieran MacDonald gets his hands on him. Oscar Beard. Evans, ball coming out the back, Marchant tips it on, lovely hands, now George Head into the flank, he's got Hammond outside him. Sticks the ball though, and Anyanwu. Good early ball here for Harlequins. And the penalty. What are we saying here, Nick? Straight to the corner?
Yeah, I reckon straight to the corner here. Probably got some magical play up our sleeves.
Well, we've been hearing about these trick plays, but they've kept them close to their chests.
If you're going to bring them out against any team, it's got to be against the Barbarians, isn't it? So let's see what they've got up their sleeve.
Yeah, okay. Just make it really clear.
And Edwards knocks it to the corner. We're going to have a first look at the set piece, and I'll be very surprised if this is a catch and drive. Well, they go to the front, Kenningham. Head. Quick ball. It's not clean ball. Part of the fun, though, isn't it? It's Ross Chisholm. Oh, no, Beard. Sorry, not Beard at all. It's Bassett. Chips and goes. And he's regathered it. It's back with the Barbarians. It's their first touch deep inside their own 22.
Tackle now, release. Good.
So Josh Bassett, do you think anyone has had... Well, that's a little chip inside the 22. Is that chaos? There's going to be no chance to have a chat this evening, Nick, because it's going to be all action just like this.
It's a crazy start, isn't it? It's a crazy start.
But it's all backwards. Scrafton. Clink.
Space one.
Yes, there is. Oh, Lennox Anyanwu in one hand out of the back door, and Oscar Beard strolls in. Oh, it's class. Lennox Anyanwu putting on a show. Oscar Beard holds his line. Quinn's off the mark. They lead 5-0.
Great start from Quins there. Good bit of good space spotting on the edge. Lenny drawing the man, putting Oscar away for a great try and a great start to this game tonight.
He wouldn't carry it like that in the Premiership, would he? In one hand, like a loaf of bread, and Beard does the rest.
Great timing on the draw and give, and Oscar over for the first one tonight.
Well, you said 10 tries, didn't you? And I said more than 10 tries. So
I
that's
regret
one.
that choice now, Dave. So we'll see how we go.
Will Edwards on kicking duty. Strikes it with the right boot, trying to draw it in.
Lovely job.
The ARs like it. Quinn 7, Barbarians 0. Well, I was going to talk about Josh Bassett. Has anyone had a more fun introduction to a club where he starts against London Irish, gets a yellow card in about 10 minutes, 82nd minute win, and his second game's against the Barbarians? It's not a bad start to life as a Quinn, is it?
It's it's dreamlike stuff, isn't it? As I said earlier, there are not many tems who have played against the the Barbarians. Sorry, I'd like to say it's a hell of an introduction for Josh Bassett here in his new club.
Edwards throws a dummy. Oh, it's picked off. It's knocked on. And AJ Lamb thought Christmas had come early, but we'll go back for the scrum. Oh, they're sharp, those boys in black and white.
Yeah, that was a close call, that one, but thankfully, he hasn't taken that over.
Give me a mate, I think we're on the 10. Yeah, cool. On the 10, please. You take the 10. Dies up and down quicker.
So he's given the penalty.
Potential trick play incoming.
Oh, is it? Have you read it? What in the midfield has given... Oh, we've got the two back rows in the midfield here for Quins. It's off the top quickly. Watch out. Oh, instead it's a short ball to Anyanwu and a good tackle by Ollie Robinson, the Cardiff man. Nice delayed pass, beautiful line by Joe Marchant.
Great line.
He steps inside. Oh, lovely feet from Marchant. Still going. Tackled by John Ryan. What a tackle by the tight head.
Outstanding run.
Oh, the crossfield comes back Edwards' way. He looks to kick. Does kick into space.
Oh, whiskers. Great option. Great off the first phase there, the set piece. And great bust from Joe Marchant. Really positive start from Quins tonight.
It's a lot of fun, this, isn't it?
A lot of fun. So much going on already.
Lovely vision from Edwards. Oh, if that sits up for Bassett.
5 is offside. 5 offside. It comes to me, mate, keep coming.
Being Herbst offside.
There you are, yeah. 5 Quins, offside.
He's another newcomer this season. He's made a heck of an impact, hasn't he?
He's a big man, is Ernie. You certainly don't miss him. He's a gentle giant, and he certainly adds a bit of weight to the pack. So yeah, it's great to have Ernie here at Quins. Great player and a great bloke. A hell of a beard as well. Although I have seen photos of him without a beard, he looks like a different man.
I'd imagine he keeps those close to his chest. They certainly don't make social media. Right then, Barbar's on the ball. First touch from Mackenzie. A lot of excitement about him. He sends Burrell up the channel. It is pretty direct at the moment. Quick ball though, good carry from Stook, and now Omua. He played for the All Blacks 15 against the Barbarians at Tottenham on the weekend. Murray McCullum, one of the international caps in this Barbarians outfit. Mackenzie whips a lovely flat pass. How good is it to have players like Mackenzie here this
it's
evening?
great. I've never seen just his skill set under pressure is unrivaled, really. So to see him here in the flesh is pretty great.
Oh, good hands here. It's gone backwards off Quins, and Yanwu goes basketball and takes it away. It's messy on the floor.
Advantage for us forward.
Here's Evans. Oh, it has been picked up this time by AJ Lamb. He's going to get
Third
one
time
for the
lucky,
next-
third time lucky, I reckon. The next one's coming.
Off the nine's pass, it went forward.
Mike, at the end of the last scrummage,
I don't know if this is a part of the trick play, but we've seen a lot of Will Evans at first receiver here.
We have seen a lot. He's got, for a back rower, he's got a heck of a set of hands on him. So, yeah.
His ankle, mate.
Yeah, it's on off.
Joe Marchant is down, getting some medical attention.
Pretty good the last one.
He had some treatment on that leg when he was playing for the Barbarians, actually. Managed to get himself a try in the corner.
Hell of a finish, wasn't it? Hell of a finish.
I mean, I don't want to be too critical, but it was literally the first time he touched the ball in the match as well.
Really? You take it as a first touch, Dave.
Mike Brown,
Just in blood, mate.
if he does anything this evening, this place is going to explode.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is. It is.
No, fantastic occasion to have him back. There was a bit of a Q&A session in one of the bars beforehand, and he surprised everybody and came in, and he got such a lovely welcome. Incredibly well thought of for obvious reasons.
Crouch!
Scrum time.
Bind! Set!
Danny Kerr not happy about something. 3 to the right, 3 for the left for Quins. Marchant first receiver on the left, and that's the way it's going. Well, takes it to the line, they're backing off him, and he whips it out to Josh Bassett. There is Herbst. Oh, that is a big collision between two big men. It's been turned over as well. And here come the Barbars.
Play on, play
Oh,
on.
and they get away from head, and there is Brown hitting the line and getting the ball away. Vintage Mike Brown. The pass is beautiful. Lamb. Will Edwards chases back. It's a good chase as well. Edwards with work to do. Oh, and he's offloaded it. Here we go. Ross Chisholm steps back over the line. Oh, this is glorious stuff.
This is exactly what we expected, isn't it, Dave? A hectic start, to say the least.
That's a good ball to be in as well. You get to play the rugby you never thought you'd get to play under the lights at the Stoop.
Oh, God, yeah.
There's Finn Baxter. Well, it's been turned over again. So Robinson gets them going. Mackenzie out to Brown. Here's Burrell. Oh, hands there from Papali.
The lungs will certainly be feeling it. I think every player who's out on that pitch tonight, Dave.
I think the Barbarians will be pleased they've got 26, not 23 today.
Without a doubt.
No, that's a great ball over the top. Now some space for the Barbarians into the 22.
Offside runs!
Full width to work with. 4 metres short. Scott Scrafton! Second try of the match. The big lock hits the line. Quinn 7, Barbarians 5, 12 minutes gone, and it is breathless stuff at the Stoop.
Yeah, it's as we expected, isn't it, Dave? It's end-to-end stuff already, and I'm sure it'll be like this the duration of the game.
That offload from Burrell is absolutely brilliant.
Just this side of the line then.
Oh, and that pick and go He was close, wasn't he? But you're not going to stop a... What are we going to conservatively estimate? 125 kgs?
Well, I'd say pushing 130, possibly, Dave.
But he hits that line, crashes over, and it's as you were. Well, Mackenzie
Might see the infamous smile here, Dave, during Damien Mackenzie's kick. When he sets up for a kick, he often smiles at the camera, so we'll see if we get a bit of that today.
Is that Queens and defence? Or just both sides?
Both, really.
Yeah.
No smile this time.
No smile yet.
Try and do that, yeah.
Just a lovely blonde moustache. Strikes that high, strikes that true. Quinn 7, Barbarians 7. So speaking of the moustache, Luke Northmore joined us, talked about that Q&A we had, and he's raising money for Movember. We passed Mike Brown's dad's hat around and managed to raise 180 quid.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it?
I think so.
Such a great cause. Obviously, Movember raising awareness for men's suicide here, and
we'll be back underway. Quinn's with a switcheroo. Danny Kerr out of the line. He wants to close Mackenzie down. Oh, McInally drives the legs. He wants to get in on the action. Now Mackenzie again throws the dummy narrow from the bar bars.
No, he's pulled out.
No, that one's bounced forward. Papali'i, and it could be on here as Edwards gets it in midfield, takes a little look, gorgeous step, oh lovely step from Edwards, surges towards the 22, looks for the offload, can't get it, and there's an offside.
Potential card coming here as well.
You can't card Mackenzie in a Barbarians game, can you? Oh, he has!
Yeah,
Cynical.
Yellow card. That's 7's step coming out from Will Edwards there, and making a great bust.
Well, we said we fancied him. We said we fancied him to have a good game. It's interesting because he's not had a huge amount of first team rugby, but he came in and played in a big game. He was superb. Played in the Wasps game last year, rolled his ankle in the warm up and got man of the match.
Yeah, he's a very, very skillful player. He's got an engine on him, as you can imagine, coming from the England 7 setup. So yeah, real top player.
Quins go to the front.
Everything okay? We see you.
Oh, it's a lovely training ground move. Stopped just short, but they're parked in that corner now. Looking for try number 2. Oh, it's a big shot.
Yeah, I've got it.
Evans offers himself, but instead they go to the big man.
Tackle now.
Dom Brandt adding his weight. Barbarians think they've pinched this, but not yet, as Anyanwu finds Hammond. The Barbarians ball.
I understand.
Chance disappears for Quins.
Mikey, we've had 15 minutes, so after this kick, maybe we want to consider a water break. Yeah. Do you want to have time off for a water break?
The referee calling for a water break. I'd imagine some of the Barbarians, given the week they've had in preparation for this game, a little sip of water is exactly what they'll be after.
Time off to take us to the water break, boys.
Definitely, Dave. It's going to be lung busting stuff this evening, so I think that we get as much water as possible.
So this is the Barbarians cutting this beautiful offload there from Brownie. That pass over the top. And watch Will Edwards here. He looked for a second like he was going to lose this race. I think AJ Lamb really fancied it.
Does very well to get the ball, keep the ball alive here, and get it off to Ross Chisholm here.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
It's great play from Will Edwards, isn't it? And Chiz does really well to evade the first defender.
Lovely ball to Edwards. Look at this footwork. He just glides, doesn't he? Gets rid of McAnally and McCullum. And then Mackenzie gets himself a yellow card, but he didn't expect that when the game kicked off.
Let's go.
Oh, this is a great angle as well.
Off, boys, let's go.
Oh, he sells you with the legs and the eyes.
Time up. Hold it.
It's a confirmation then. That was a water break on 15, so a reminder that our clock isn't linked in exactly with the referee's watch. It's pretty close, but if we get to 40 and 80 and it's a tight game, don't get too excited because there might be a bit of meat left on the bone. Big groan there from the DHL stand. The supporter has dropped it in the stands. Kieran McDonald.
Yeah, number 5. Hold him up. 1. Playing the lifter. You can have 5 as well, mate. Easy guys, step away.
And Herbst
1 and 5 playing the lifters.
Commits the offence. In fact, not just him. Finn Baxter as well playing the lifter.
Playing the lifters, yeah. Don't do it.
And Mike Brown will kick the Barbarians further upfield.
One and 5 are pulling the lifters.
Oh, well kept in and then dropped.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh no. Josh Bassett has done so well and then absolutely not done well at all. As a back 3 player though, I expect you to stick up for him here.
Oh, without a doubt, Dave. They're always the nerve-wracking ones, the ones which are right on the line there. Hard luck here, Josh couldn't keep it in.
Let's go, boys, come on. Right,
What it does mean is back-to-back penalties. Barbarians back in the 22.
Let's go, boys, come on.
And looking to cause some chaos. Down to 14, remember, as well. So Brown and Burrell stood next to each other at first and second receiver. Then Levi Olmua. Ignacio Mendy, the Argentine, young Argentine left winger, stood just behind them. And then AJ Lamb holding the edge as it comes in from Hugard.
Stay behind, Danny. Use it.
It is Burrell, up the jumper. He has made a career out of that serious carrier. Oh, dummy and go, there goes Brown. Oh, and then it's been lost forward.
Easy.
A few of your former teammates lining up on the Barbarians team today.
You got Francois Hogard sitting at scrum half. You have Gareth Simpson, who's on the bench, along with Graham Kitchener, also on the bench. So yeah, these are mates of mine who I've been at Worcester for a number of years. It's great to see them with the Barbarians jersey on. Not many players out there can say that they've been in a position to put it on. So yeah, it's strange, but it's great to see them out playing, given with what's been happening with Worcester and Wasps recently.
Good memories of your time at Worcester?
Yeah, great memories, Dave. It was my childhood academy club. I was there for about 6 or 7 years. 7 years, I want to say. So yeah, a lot of great memories and a lot of lifelong mates. So yeah.
Use it.
Well, fingers crossed we get to see them playing again soon. Maybe a brand of rugby a bit like this as Oscar Beard backs himself. He's on the wing today. He's been playing a lot of rugby in the centres for London Scottish in the Championship, but making a good impression at that level as well.
Leave it.
Hugard called off it. Hammond and now Edwards, and here goes Ross Chisholm. He looks up for it, doesn't he? And he finds Bassett, who looked for a second like he was really going to open the taps.
Play on. That's a head in, Mike, stop. Head, guys, head. Easy, just take your time.
There's been a bash of heads there.
Take your time.
A couple of Barbarians have stayed down.
Head.
Danny Care's there too. Oh, Ross Chisholm is clutching that wrist. I was just going to say, he looks pumped as well, Chiz, doesn't he?
Great bit of speed there from Chiz, getting on the outside, drawing in the defender and putting Bass away. He's obviously got a lot of gas himself.
It's Been involved with this club a long time. Ross Chisholm, over 10 years, over 100 appearances, now involved as the skills coach for the women's team. They get their Premier 15 season underway here, actually, against the University of Worcester Warriors women. That's a 2 o'clock kickoff. If you're local, come join us. If not, it'll be live stream. As he takes the ball deep there. Still looks like he's got a turn of pace, even though we don't see him a lot in the Quins jersey. Oh, it was the two players, wasn't it? It was Omura and Ugard.
Yeah, a bit of friendly fire, I think, on that one.
Dashing Swedes.
The coaches on the side haven't heard anything from the medics, mate, so. It's waiting for 15 here as well.
But at the moment, no sign of an HIA. And no sign of Chisholm leaving the field either. See what happened to him. Oh, nothing in particular, he just grabbed at the hand after the play was over.
Yeah, they're happy with the night, mate. Okay, mate. Cool.
Strikes me as one of those players, which might sound a strange thing to say because you're all professionals, but has a pretty vast rugby brain.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think since I joined last season, Ross and I spent a lot of time sort of just speaking about the game, how he sees the game, especially from a 15's point of view. I've learned a heck of a lot from Ross. He's a top bloke and a really good player with outstanding understanding of the game.
And while we're talking about 15s, of course you are at the other end of your career as a fullback, as we take a look at Damien McKenzie there, still sat in the sin bin. Mike Brown must have been a player that you saw a lot of and thought a lot of growing up.
Without a doubt, yeah, he's obviously a Harlequin and an England great. Someone who's just sort of unstoppable in the battlefield from an aerial point of view. You always knew that he would be coming down with the ball, no matter who the opposition were. So yeah, I definitely watched him a lot growing up. So yeah, it's great to have him back at the Stoop tonight.
Applause around the ground as Chisholm wanders back into the 15 slot. We'll restart with a scrum. I know he's got R Chisholm, but you're not going to get him and his brother mixed up here.
No, definitely not. They're very different men.
In terms of shape, style and personality. Free kick. Danny Kerr goes quickly. Here's Edwards again. Wants the crossfield for Beard. Mike Brown's there. Oh, and Mike Brown has got rid of Beard. Showing there is life in the old dog yet, but the ball goes forward. Oh, that was a big bump.
It was a hell of a collision. That was very, very, very big. Great option from Wed, identifying space, but Mike Brown was there to quickly shut it down.
Oh, I'm not sure Oscar Beard will say it was a good option.
Yeah, understand that.
But I think that just goes back to what you were saying before, isn't it? Mike Brown, the way he reads the game, he gets that right so often and has done for 20 years.
It's all come down to his positioning there. There's a lot of visual cues you can go off when a 10 shapes the kit, and he's nailed it there.
Set, hold. Let's go.
Still 7-7. Quinn's got the blind side. Here's Dombrandt, bit of space for Dombrandt. Oh, thought he could have found Danny Kerr then, but instead
Leave now. No, leave it.
presents the ball. Kenningham in at 9. Baxter with a heavy carry. Another youngster they're excited about here. Here's Anyanwu. Scrappy offload, pinballing around. Oh, but an accidental offside. So how old are you now, Nick?
Recently turned 24, Dave. 4th of November.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Dave.
It's Will Edwards' birthday today, actually, isn't it?
It is. Have you wished him happy birthday? Because I am.
I will when I see him. Well, hopefully I'll see him. What I was going to ask you is, with all of these younger boys now, so looking at Finn Baxter, who is just far too young to be playing in a top level front row, do you feel a little bit more like an elder statesman now, or 24, are you sort of sat firmly in the middle?
I guess at the minute it's kind of sat firmly in the middle. But yeah, these 25, these older ages are definitely creeping up on me.
Older ages, oh my goodness.
Especially when I see the ages, the birth dates of some of the young lads coming through.
I'm not playing that game with you, even though I brought it up. Still one try apiece. Feels a little bit like both sides are trying a bit too hard at the moment as Burrell gets the offload away. Now Brown, just about gets away from March and presents good ball. There's McDonald, backwards to go forwards.
Release.
Still bang in the middle of the park, little nudge in behind. And it's back with Quins.
There's space here on the right hand side, you got a lock on the edge.
Here's Marchant. That's a lovely ball to Beard, who shimmies one way then the other, just loses his footing. But Quinn's getting over the gain line. Dombrandt gets swallowed. Hammond has to stall his run, so Herbst in behind. Now Lennox. He thinks he's seen some space. Put a bit too much weight on that though, so Hugard steps him in return.
No, not on the ball. You're on the floor. 8 on the floor. You're on the floor.
Dombrandt thought he pinched that one. Alas, another midfield penalty.
Corner.
And Mackenzie's down there getting ready to return to the pitch. So Dombrandt, he's on the ball there.
Yeah, is he okay? Let's go. Right, let's go.
Yeah, he's got it in his hands, but the referee thinking he was on the floor before he'd done his good work.
Yellow card coming back on that.
Yeah,
Mackenzie returns, so we're back up to 15 on 15. Where are you on the jackal? You like a jackal, or do you tend to stay out the way?
Up until this season, I'd never got a jackal in my career, but Newcastle away, first game of the season, I got my one and only jackal. First and probably last, Dave.
Hanging in the Louvre as Papali'i takes that one and then gets over the gain line. Now Hugard, not as quick as he'd have liked it, but Stoop try and make things happen. Now Mackenzie straight back on the pitch, straight back on the hot steps, and he picks a lovely ball to Robinson. Quins with some defending to do, some lung-busting defending. 15 minutes to half-time. And not rolling away. So what's going to happen now? Mackenzie. Out of the back to Omua, who's still going. He's got away. Great strength. Great industry. Just did not give up on that carry. Omua's over. Barbarians lead. It's 3 tries for the night.
Yeah, it's great strength in the carry there, isn't it? Managing to get through 1 or 2 of our defenders there. Yeah, great strength in the carry.
Just kept going.
Yeah, he's a big lad, is Omua.
Well, there's the ball here. So the first one has slipped off, and then I think Lennox thought Finn had him, and Finn thought Lennox had him, and neither of them had him. And Levi puts Barbarians into the lead. That's got them gossiping in the stands.
Let's go, Damien, come on.
Easy kick for Mackenzie. We're still waiting for the smile. Tell you what, if the try scorers keep making it that easy for him, he'll definitely be smiling. Barbarians 14, Harlequins 7. This will be a good angle. They're playing off the advantage. Yeah, there was that step there. He's just danced all the way through. Harlequins 7, Barbarians 14. Edwards deep with the restart. Hugard. Oh, is that a spiral? Love a spiral. Don't see it enough in the modern game.
It's about, I think Francois managed to do an inside of the boot spiral kick there, which is probably the most impressive type of kick there is. But yeah, you definitely don't see it as much as back in the day.
Inside of the boot spiral. We'll be chalking that up for the highlights. Here's Head, just inside the Quins half. Now Kerr and Edwards and Tom Brandt. Robinson tackles him. Round the back of Head. Another good line by Marchant, who always looks so busy as soon as his hands are on the ball. Oh, Baxter with the nudge. But that's a great pick-up from Mackenzie, who fancies it here, and that's why. Right, back with Don Brandt though, and Yangu does well.
Not help, Toil. Lead now, Quins have.
Quinn's ball. Edwards. Here's Chisholm. Now Beard off his wing. Men outside him. Oh, it's a great take by Josh Bassett. Snaffles that from behind him. Edwards. Oh.
Knock on, the chips knock on.
Yeah, he went with 2 hands.
Yeah.
They are sniffing around these interceptions.
Just a knock on.
Yeah, mate.
And if they don't get one, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, it was a great little passenger play, that, wasn't it?
Right, inside of the boot or outside of the boot?
There, do you want a water break, mate?
He's gone inside of the boot spiral.
14's injured, water break. Quick one.
Francois Hugard. Somebody read the brief.
He'll definitely be saying that was intentional as well.
Francois, just a couple of times, off forward.
11, 13, 15 meeting. What do you say in those meetings? Come on, lift the curtain. You've got a winger, a full-back and a centre. What are you saying to each other?
Probably chatting about how blowing you are, in all honesty, Dave. But there's definitely a lot of space out there. Because the game's been so open, there's a lot of tired defenders out there, and I think both teams have exploited the edges pretty well so far.
Yeah, defence is on top, which isn't something we usually say when the Barbarians are in town. Still fun to be had, hits to be made, tape to be applied. Speaking of hits to be made, it's been physical out there, but Brownie on Oscar Beard, that's a real rib tickler.
I think that's probably got to be the biggest hit of the game so far, without a doubt.
But it has gone forward off a Barbarian, so it will be Quinn's put in. Options both ways. Is that a little shiner than Alex Donbrandt's got on the right eye there? He won't thank me for saying this, but he put a bit of extra aftershave on before the game today.
He smelled good, didn't he, Dave, before the game? He smelled very good.
Well, I didn't say that, but you did. 2 on the blind side, 4 on the open for Harlequins. 2 defend in the blind side. And 3 on the open, and then Mike Brown sweeping for Barbarians. Here's Edwards. Marchant, little nudge looking for Beard, who might get there, but it's good cover from Burrell. Great read from him, couldn't keep the ball in though.
Quins ball, yeah. Quins ball. Front man here. Yeah, front man here. Here, guys, all on you.
So if you were going to turn out for the Barbarians, what socks would you wear?
What socks would I wear? Well, it's going to have to be. It's got to be.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what I'd do. I think I'd go 1 Harlequin, 1 Worcester sock to shout to all my old mates and what they went through back at my old club. What about you, Dave?
No clubs that you'd have ever heard of, as here's Chisholm trying to create some space. Now there's a foot race for the corner. It's a beautiful step. Can he ground it? You bet he can. It's a first try in quarters for Josh Bassett. And what a stage to score it on. He's all smiles. So much has been said about him coming over from Wasps. Great to see him playing rugby, great to see him fitting in with this group, and that is a little glimpse of what he's capable of when he's given half an opportunity.
He's got some afterburners on him, doesn't he? As soon as you give him a one-on-one with 5 metres of space, you know, there's only going to be one with him. Great finish.
He's beaten 4 players there and he sent 2 to the shops.
Great evasion there from Chiz, create a 2v1 on the edge, and as I say, top finish from Josh in the corner.
Those 2 defenders that thought he was going on the outside. Unsuccessful conversion. Quins 12, Barbarians 14. Tell you what, we've got 8.5, 9 minutes to go till half time. 4 tries already. Nick, you're 10. You sticking or twisting?
I'm starting to sweat.
But you alluded to it there. Lovely arcing run there from Chisholm to create the space.
Great arcing run. Got on the outside of I think it was Ignacio Mendy there to create a 2v1 on the edge and release past it.
Mackenzie. Oh, that's contestable. Not only is it contestable, it's back to the Barbarians. Ugard takes a look, finds Mackenzie. Now it's hacked forward. How's he going to sit up? Oh, he's lost his balance, Bassett, but he's still the favourite. Bassett! Oh, just gets beaten to the line.
Carried over by Barbas.
Now that is an exciting chase.
That's end-to-end stuff, isn't it? I thought he was going to be over for his second in about a minute.
Taken over, touchdown by Barbarians.
Yeah, unlucky there.
But it has been taken over by a black and white jersey. Quinton's ball. He thinks he was interfered with here.
Go to scrum, boys. Let's go.
Let's take a look. Yeah, there's the loose pass. Goes to ground, hacks it on. Now, it's this challenge for the ball here. It's Mackenzie. So you've got to ask yourself, has he tackled the man without the ball there? And I'm kind of glad it wasn't given, because that would have been a red card.
Yeah, potentially there. I think maybe Mackenzie thought that Bassett would have had hold of the ball when he did make that tackle, but in this scenario, he hadn't in possession.
Now this is where we could have a little bit of fun. 2 men stood behind the scrum. One's Edwards, one's Chisholm. We've got Anyanwu and Beard to the right. We've got Marchant and Bassett to the left. In it comes. Danny Kerr, advantage coming. It's over the top. It's Oscar Beard. Quinn's back ahead. It's a second for Beard. That was so easy, so clinical, and the Stoop responds.
Yeah, great ball over the top there from Danny Kerr to Oscar. As a winger, you dream of those tries. So, might be on for the hat-trick tonight, Oscar Beard.
Well, he scored 2, and he's got bags of time for the 3rd. Let's take another look at this Danny Kerr. That is a beautiful pass.
Great pass right into the breadbasket of Beardy there. As I say, top finish and top pass of DC.
As I mentioned before, he's been playing a lot of rugby in the centres, but he looks like he's enjoying himself on the wing too.
Yeah, he's played it both. I think certainly at Scottish he's been at 13, and here he settles in really well on the wing. He's a powerful bloke, and he plays well in both positions, I think.
Tough conversion for Edwards. Out there on the touchline. Oh, it's a lovely strike. It's a lovely kick, and it's 2 more points on the board for Harlequins. 5 minutes to go till half time. Quins 19, Barbarians 14. We're halfway to Nick David's predicted try count, and I just think you got it badly wrong, Nick. We should have had a bet.
I think 10 might have been not high enough, to be honest.
Another contestable one. Oh, Brownie gets a big paw up, and again Barbarians have got the ball back. Big John Ryan sets them up. Now Mackenzie. Ugard in behind. Edwards. Oh, it's a great pickup. Penalty advantage. Becomes penalty awarded as George Hammond infringes. And is the pendulum about to swing once more? Tell you what, you don't see many standing leg swing kicks like that from this.
No, you don't. That's certainly the first I've seen. But if anyone's going to pull it off, it's going to be that man right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Another chance then for the Barbarians. 2 tries for them already. Trailing by 5. Again, keeping it tight, picking and going. They've got some huge forwards, and that's a huge hit. Wow.
Keep coming, keep coming.
Most of the options on the open side.
Keep pushing.
Not sure if the referee is giving rugby advice or Labour advice, telling them to keep pushing.
Yeah, don't throw it into him.
McInally. Well, Edwards with the attempted rip, but he's out of the defensive line now, and Mackenzie weaves through. Oh, and he's brought down by a big shot. Will Evans involved. Quinn's rushing out of the line to slow this ball down, but it's good phase play from the Barbarians. Papali'i. Then Stoop.
Stay.
Barbars camped inside.
Keep coming out.
No sign of a turnover, so they go again. Mackenzie off the left boot. Oh, what a kick! Mike Brown! He is swamped by the Barbars. What a kick! What a line! What a finish! What a moment for a Harlequins great!
If you were to type in Barbarians try on the internet, you'd probably see something along those lines, guys, to be honest. It's a hell of a kick there from Mackenzie to put Mike Brown in back at the Stoop. What a finish, what a try.
Ah, lovely moment. What a kick as well. Off the left boot, corkscrew. This is astonishing. And Brownie, well, we're going to get a great angle of it here. Everyone looks left, he goes right. Oh, Brownie has absolutely stuffed Will Edwards to that, isn't he? It was perfect, absolutely perfect.
Yeah, great accuracy on that kick. Great timing on the jump to get up and get over the line there.
3 tries apiece. Oh, we just had a feeling he was going to get one tonight. In front of the North Stand as well. And just before half time, 6 tries, great entertainment. Mackenzie to put the Barbars in front, successfully does. Someone's going to have to go and fetch that as well, because it's in the car park. Harlequins 19, Barbarians 21. Oh, let's take another look at this. I've got a feeling that this might be chopped up and put on social media and is going to get appreciation from absolutely everywhere, and rightfully so. Right, is anything going to happen before half time? We are into the final minute. As a Quinn stayed down, here is Brown. Puts that cultured left boot through it. Chisholm and Edwards covering back. Great distance on the kick. Lennox and Yanwu is getting some medical treatment. Oh, Mackenzie's taken that, he's read it beautifully. Ernie Herbst has found himself in an awkward position.
Time is now yours, Mike.
Chisholm brings down Brown. There's 2 players who'll have come through together. They'll have a great relationship. This will be the last phase of play before half-time. Mackenzie looking for that chip again. Marchant grabs it. Quinn's going to have a go. They like this edge, and Marchant likes that gap. Really likes that gap. Baxter. AJ Lamb over the ball, but he's called off it. Ernie Herbst. He really is a big man, isn't he? Oh, Danny Kerr thinks he's seen a gap. Oh, now he's back with the Barbarians. They don't want this half to end either. Oh, Brown thinks about the step, thinks about the offload, doesn't do either. And great news for Quins fans, Anyanwu's back on his feet and making that tackle. Oh, Mendy brought down by his shirt, but still finds a backdoor offload. Elliott Stoop. Now Mackenzie. So magic on his feet, and the hands aren't bad either.
This is lung-busting stuff, this right now.
It's a lot of ball in play time, isn't it?
Lots of ball in play time.
And it's going to be a mistake that ends the half, or a score that ends the half, because no one's kicking to touch. Mackenzie picks out the big man, desperate to offload, but keeps hold. Now AJ Lamb, the latest to get his hands on it.
Barbarians keeping it live really, really well here.
Some of the handling is massive, and George Hammond has just tasted a massive handoff. Oh, big shot from Herbs, but McInally wears it. Oh, it's tough stuff. Oh no, knock on one way, knock on the other. That will bring the half to an end. 6 tries, great fun. It's in the balance. There is a respectful applause of a stadium full of people who are having a really great Thursday night. Hopefully you're enjoying this one at home as much as we are enjoying bringing it to you from southwest London. Mike Brown's got on the score sheet. It's a bit of blood coming from the mouth of Lennox Anyanwu. That'll tell you that these guys are taking it seriously, and despite the fact that it is bags of fun, it is a tough old game out there. But at half-time, it is Harlequins 19, Barbarians 21. We've still got another 40 minutes of this. Harlequins 19, Barbarians 21. Before we look at the tries, Nick, your thoughts? You enjoyed that?
It's yeah, I think it's as we said, isn't it, Dave? It's been end-to-end stuff. Jouet from both sides, keeping the ball alive. It's been really entertaining to watch. Both teams exploiting the spaces on the edge, and I think we're up for a hell of a second half.
I hope so. Well, let's take a look at the highlights then. We've got 6 tries to look at and all kinds of fun and games. But Oscar Beard got try number 1. Got a couple of angles of this. I love this carry from Lennox.
He's done really well there, hasn't he? Just sort of offload there with the one hand. Great timing on it to release Oscar for the first try of the game.
Yeah, he fixes the defenders really well too. He actually got nailed after he got rid of the ball, but that was the first try for Oscar Beard. Didn't take the Barbarians long to get back into it. We'll take another look at that. The thing is, he's been so successful with that one-handed carry, but I think if that starts to sneak into the Prem, then the coaches will have kittens.
Yeah, definitely. It's certainly high risk, but high reward in that case there.
But Barbarians didn't wait long to get back into it. Gorgeous ball over the top from Burrell. Bit of space out on the right-hand side, and it was just quick ball and speed kills. It's all well and good talking about tossing it around, but you need to score tries, and if you can hit a big unit on a tight line like that, then that's very often the outcome.
I think because the ball's so quick there, it's so hard for the defence to retreat and fill that space in around the ruck, so it's great, as you say, great one-handed offload to release Mendy down the touchline there. Quick ball for the big fella to get over and score.
And they love the tries as well. The locks don't get the glory very often, so any chance they get to get a meat pie. Then there was the yellow card. Lovely bit of footwork from Will Edwards on his birthday. He can put that in the highlights reel. He's left a couple of forwards for dead there, and just as Mackenzie has made a decent tackle on him, he's been a bit clumsy there, isn't he? And even though we like it to be 15 on 15 in games like that, he probably had to go.
Yeah, I think in that scenario, as you say, Dave, it probably was a sort of cynical offence resulting in that yellow card. He's quite clearly offside there, and it's disrupted the play.
Well, nice to see Edwards in full flow. Ross Chisholm there appealing. And Mike Brown, he was bound to leave a mark on this game, but Oscar Beard was hoping it wouldn't have been that.
Yeah, he's certainly left a mark on Oscar there, hasn't he? it's a great contest there. Oscar unfortunately has come off second best.
Yeah, Mike Brown with all the momentum. So this is the third try for the Barbarians. In fact, the second try for the Barbarians, wasn't it? Or Moore saw a bit of a gap. Very often you just expect to get tackled there, don't you? It was the third try in the match, the second try for the Barbarians, but the tackle never came.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's great great footwork initially from Moore to get past Jack Kenningham there. But then, as you say, certainly showing the strength to then brush off Finn Baxter to go over for Barbarians try.
Well, Armour just showing how dangerous he can be. Plays his rugby with Moana Pacifica, now well travelled. Used to play in Bordeaux, been at the Blues as well, but even though he's a big unit, he still managed to sneak through a little gap there. And then a special moment. We've had a few special moments this evening, and this was one of them. Josh Bassett, everyone delighted that he's now a Quinn. Harlequins in full flow, Ross Chisholm showing he's still got it, but Bass had a lot of work to do here.
Yeah, like you say, he's beaten, I think both of those first two defenders thought he was going to go on the outside. It's a great step off the outside foot to come back in, and then he's still got another two to beat to get over. So yeah, it's a great finish from Josh there.
I love this bit. Has he grounded it? Yeah, he's grounded it. Just don't slow it down. So that was when Quinn started to get back into the game. Another look at this. And on a night to celebrate, there's lots to celebrate there. Ross Chisholm back in the quarters, and Josh Bassett, the first of what he and the rest of the team and the supporters will be hoping are many tries in this famous jersey. And this is a great ball from Danny Kerr, but how on earth do you create so much space off a first phase play?
In that sort of scenario, where if you look at how close Quins are to the Barbarians' try line, naturally the defence is going to be coming a lot harder, trying to put pressure to prevent that pull over the top. But with Danny's skill set, he's got all the time in the world there, and he sees Oscar straight away hugging the touchline, and that's resulted in the try in the corner.
Picks a great pass, Quinn's ahead, and I tell you what, if there's a more special moment than this in this game, then we've had an incredible night. Everything about this sensational. The kick, brilliant. The take, brilliant. The man who took the ball and scored the try, a perfect moment.
Yeah, I think that's probably got to be the try of the half. It was a great build-up play from a backfield point of view. I don't think anyone sees this kick coming off the left foot coming. And yeah, a great take in the air and finish over Mike Brown.
That conversion successful, which means that the Barbarians have the slenderest of leads, 21 points to 19. Look at the reaction as well. When something like that comes off in these circumstances, you can't help but love it, no matter who you support. If you love this game, then you love that moment. Mike Brown putting the Barbarians level, only for the conversion to put the Barbarians ahead here at half-time under the lights. We're free to air tonight, so wherever you're joining us from around the world, it is absolutely great to have your company. It wouldn't be possible without our partners, so let's take this opportunity to say thank you to them.
So the game of rugby will always have risks. It's an incredibly physical, combative sport, but I do feel the game is as safe as it could possibly be.
When my dad played back in the day, I think he was soft if he didn't come back on after a head knock, whereas now our safety is number one, and it's good to know as a player that you're getting well looked after.
Nowadays we have technology
that we wear in a gum shield that will measure the impact of the force of the hit, or measure how many times you've been hit. From a risk management perspective, the game is incredibly safer now than it was 20-30 years ago.
Like Harlequins, Saxo has come a long way in 30 years, and empowering clients to manage their risk is a key part of our heritage. That's why we're constantly building and improving our powerful risk management tools, including account shields and custom alerts, to ensure that you're always protected. Saxo, be invested.
Some kind of kicking competition going on down on the pitch. Well, we've got you company for the entire night, so I'm not going to pass up this opportunity. Just while Nick David makes his way back, I'm going to remind you of a couple of other dates that you need to get in your diary in terms of Harlequins, because it's difficult to get tickets at the moment, but there are still tickets available for the big game. It's the double-header, men's and women's, after Christmas on the 27th of December. That's over the road at the Big Stoop, as they call it. Already 50,000 gone. That's going to be a great night. Speaking of the Premier 15s, the women's team, they kick their season off this Sunday. It's at the Stoop against the University of Worcester Warriors Women. Tickets still available for that one, or you can join us on the live stream. Loads of excitement about the Premier 15s this year, of course, thanks to the success of the Women's World Cup. New Zealand, the champions, the Red Roses, the finalists. And in a couple of weeks, all those Red Roses players and many more great internationals will be filtering down into the Premier 15s. And then Harlequins are back here on Friday night, Friday the 25th of November. Massive game in the Gallagher Premiership against Gloucester. Both teams seriously in the mix for the playoffs, and maybe thinking they can go all the way to the big dance. I think Gloucester will be frustrated that they lost that game against Newcastle Falcons. They'd love to come here to the Stoop and get one over on the Quins. It's been a little while since they got a win against the famous Quarters as well, so if you can, make sure you join us at the Stoop on Friday night for that one. And if you get down early as well, join us for the Stoop Live, because we always have great guests and we do everything we can to sort of build the conduit between the players and the supporters. Nick David, put your headset back on, because I want to talk to you about the club in general, because we've got this great occasion tonight. Everyone's having a good crack, but it's a real test of the sort of club's resources, because players like you are suspended, but they've got to find another 23 tomorrow to go up and play Sale. But it looks like a strong team and a real good chance for the young players to go and put on a show up north.
Yeah, there's great depth here at Quins. There's the academy lot coming through are really promising, and they're showing a lot of talent. And yeah, it's going to be a gritty one up north, but I've no doubt the lads will give it their best and hopefully come away with a win tomorrow night in the Prem Cup.
Long way to go on a Friday though, isn't it? No? Alright. Talk to me about the half-time chat then. Can you hear me alright?
Yeah, all good. Sort of just been reflecting on what we've seen so far in the game. Trying to figure out who's gonna win this one, but as I say, it's pretty tight at the minute. So I'm sure it's gonna be tight at the end. I'm looking forward to seeing Joe Marler come on. He's got his, not short socks they are, Dave. I don't know if you can see those from where you are, or the Barbarian socks.
Tell you who I can see is Jack Walker, and after his breakout season last year and his bad luck with injuries, there is Joe Marler. He has freshly shaved that mohawk in again, because he had it done on Sunday, but he has definitely gone fresh again for tonight. But yeah, Jack Walker, who of course will be alongside Joe Marler at the set piece at some point. Breakout season for him last year. Just great to have him back in contention.
Yeah, I think Jack Walker, obviously coming from Bath the season before last, he certainly made his mark last year here at Quins. He's incredibly physical, very abrasive player. who will ultimately go under the bus. We like to call it Quins for his teammates, and he was very, very consistent last year, so it's great to see him back out today.
Yeah, in his first season, really put his hands up in a leadership role as well, actually captained the team a couple of times in the Premiership. You mentioned Marler's socks there. We'll talk about this again when he comes on, but he's got one Barbarian sock on. He's also got Ewan written on the back of the other one. That's with reference to his great friend Ewan Laws, who's a brilliant supporter of this club, who we all love a great deal. Come rain or shine, he comes to watch the game with his dad, and him and Joe have struck up a brilliant friendship. And it was his kids' initials and also Ewan's name he wore on his socks for the Barbarians against the All Blacks 15 on Sunday as well. He's a good old egg, Joe Marler, isn't he?
Say again, Dave.
He's a good egg, Joe Marler.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's obviously got a great personality. He's very out there, and he's a real big integral part of Harlequins, and I'm sure he made a lot of lads laugh in the Barbarians camp on the weekend just gone.
Well, Razor said he was the best Barbarian in week 1.
Well, I guess you'd take that, wouldn't you, to be honest? That's not surprised, Dave, to be honest.
That is the voice of Harlequins Nick David, who's joining us for the second half. Here come the Barbarians, try scorer Mike Brown with the Harlequins 2012 sock. He's got that on the left boot as well, that trusted left boot that's kicked Quins into so many great positions over the years. Just looking out for some changes to the starting 15. Not seeing any at the moment. So the Barbarians as they were. And Don Brandt leads out the Quins. Tell you what, they fired the flames into the sky just as well, because the temperature's dropped.
Lovely bit of heat from those lads. Let's keep them on the whole rest of the second half, if possible.
Not in this cost of living crisis, you've got to be crazy. Dino Lamb has come on. Monstrous second row forward in the scrum cap again. He spent a long time out injured. In fact, he detached his hamstring the day where Jack Walker was captain for the first time. Scored a try against Bath, and then we didn't see him for a long time. So big physical presence. Great to have him back in the game. Damien McKenzie, who's taken what commonly became known as the Danny Care breather last season. He had 10 minutes in the bin, and he's going to get us underway in the second half. Don Brandt looks relaxed. That has gone high and short, and back to Barbarians as well. Well, Tabai Madsen said they're going to have fun tonight, but they are preparing for the Gloucester game. If they receive kickoffs against Gloucester like they have against the Barbarians tonight, it is going to be curtains pretty quickly.
18 away!
McInally with that carry. Here's McKenzie. Suggestion of a forward pass. Referee happy to play on. And McKenzie again, he's so busy. Oh, over Bassett. What a ball that is. Elliot Stoop marching up the touchline. Oh, gets rid of the first defender. Oh, I don't think Edwards fancied making that tackle tonight. Big truck going his way. Advantage coming as well. Ollie Robinson, the Cardiff man. Tackled by the former Cardiff Met man.
It's a really fast start there from Barbarians, isn't it? Coming down the touchline there.
He's been pinged for not rolling, but how he's supposed to get away from that monstrous unit who's just trampled all over him is anyone's guess. He is a big old boy, isn't he?
10-5, boys, yeah.
That first chance of the second half will go Barbar's way. Here's McInally, goes to the front. Oh, they're going to maul it. Would you believe it? Everyone's in. It's a 13-man. It's a 14-man. Just Ugard staying out. Go on, Francois, offer yourself. But then Quins have totally committed. It's only Chisholm standing out. And an advantage. Now they offer some width.
Certainly didn't expect that from the Barbarians to maul it from 5 out there, Dave.
Yeah, but 14 in's great fun. Dino Lamb gave away the penalty. Tell you who we don't give enough credit to in the Barbarians games is the referee, because it is absolute mayhem, but they've still got to abide by the laws of the game. Oh, we're going to have a tap move here. McInally's over it. He's got big John Ryan to his right. He taps and goes. Then it's out the back. Oh, that is a great ball. What a move. What a score. Abraham Papali'i adds the first try of the second half. And that is a Barbarian special.
Yeah, it's another great set play there from Barbarians. The tap and go. The ball out the back and then the inside ball to the number 8, I think it is.
Abraham Papali'i. Look at this, and it's all big men putting hands on the ball as well.
Yeah.
Robinson inside, off
Great
the front row ball. And the big Aucklander. Again, when you're a number 8, you love running onto ball like that, at holes like that. 7 tries, Nick, only 3 to go, 37 minutes. I think you're in trouble.
I think I'm in trouble.
We are underway and off the mark in the second half. Social media team are going to be going into overdrive trying to get all the tries on TikTok. Great to be streaming on TikTok as well. The first time Quins have done that. And Mackenzie's brought his kicking boots. He's 4 from 4. Quins chasing the game, but regular watchers of this club will be used to that. Have another look at this. McInally gets it started. Robinson draws the man. Papali'i adds the finishing touch. And he receives the kickoff as well. Good turning circle for a big man. It's gone a bit volleyball.
Good roll. Still in there.
Boring box kick from Ugard. Chisholm wants to go. Now Edwards throws that dummy. It's more of a pump pass, isn't it? 6 and 7 offside. Barbarians so offside, it's almost funny. Oh, and then head tastes the shoulder.
Great line there from George Head. Though potentially with the advantage we've gone out the back, but nevertheless we've got the penalty on the 10-metre line here, so we'll see what they do. Probably go for the corner in there.
Tabai talks about George Head as one of the most physical players in the team. Says he hits seriously hard.
I'd agree. You definitely notice when he's playing, when either if he comes off the bench or starts, he certainly brings that physical aspect. He hits really hard, and he's good on the ball as well. He's got great leg drive, and more often not will get game line.
Scored that winning try as well, didn't he, against London Irish? Made a hero of himself here a couple of weeks ago. And the line-out was in a similar position. Now Kenningham to Kerr and Yanwu. Lovely pick-up. He goes over Robinson. Tom Brandt. Quins into the 22. Going up that right-hand side as Evan gets his head down. Oh, ball over the top is a beauty. Oh, Danny Kerr loving that left-hand pass tonight. Ball across the front. Oh, what a brilliant tackle. A try-saving tackle. But how long can the Barbarians hold them out for?
Can't be held up that though.
Oh, Quins knocking on the door. And another chance for Quins from the penalty. Great feet from Beard.
Just wait for the mark, Dan. Just wait, please. Just wait. Cheers, where's the mark, mate?
Well, Danny Kerr went quickly, but the referees brought them back. I think that's the only time we'll hear a boo tonight from the fans. I tell you what else would draw a boo if they went for the posts here.
Oh yeah, there's no chance of that.
don't think we're going to see a grounding, are we? Referee deciding that he's in a good spot, and he's right. So here's Head. Just that one change for Quins at half-time. Dino Lamb on, but then Barbarians pinching the ball. McDonald, that one-handed carry. Oh, I bet he's wanting to do that in front of his own line his entire career. Mackenzie. Bassett wants to go quickly. Kenningham's there. Penalty advantage. All the Barbarians offside. So Dino Lamb. Oh, that's a good carry from Lamb. He is a brutal bruiser when he's in full flow. Lennox Anyanwu, the man who enjoys the gain line himself. Evans out of the back. Edwards drills that into Lamb. Lovely pass from Lamb. Now Chisholm uses Ugard as a speed bump. Danny Kerr, tackle by Stoop. The ball's gone forward, but Dombrandt's gone quickly. Dombrandt fancies it. Great take, second score for Bassett. He gets his second try in Quins colours, his second of the night. Quick thinking from Dombrandt, and Quins back in the game.
Yeah, it's great quick thinking, that, isn't it? And he's put Bassett away for his second. So both wingers are on back trips tonight, so we'll just see who gets there first.
4 tries apiece. We promised you fun, and that's what we're getting.
Yeah, lovely quick thinking here from Domers. Defensive line, you can tell it's not set, and it's a great floaty ball to Bassett in the corner.
Again, you must like those passes that put you on the outside. The ball's done a lot of the work for him there.
Yeah, without a doubt. It means you can move on the ball. In that scenario there, Bassett hasn't had to break stride at all, and he's always going to beat with his pace on the outside there.
Even in a game like this, when we saw that angle there, Mike Brown looked livid that they conceded a try. Coming up to 10 minutes of the second half gone. 4-point game. Here's Edwards to close the gap to 2. Oh, that's a lovely nudge. Sweet strike from Edwards. 26-28. Packed stands. People having a good time. Well, that was when we went back to the penalty. Look at Dombrandt there, calling for the ball.
Great heads up from Domers.
Another short one. Slappy again from Quins. First through the legs of Kenningham, then Dino Lamb doesn't get it cleanly. And now Barbarians turn to go quickly. Here's Papali'i, the try scorer, looks to go over Edwards and does. Lovely offload. Marlon Yard gets a big cheer as he's drilled into the ground by Joe Marchant.
Yeah, it's great defensive play there from I think it might have been Lenny in that one there, but yeah, great defensive effort, and have to see what comes of this.
Well, Marlon Yard has passed the 100-point mark for London Irish Harlequins and Sale.
Well, turnover ball here, could be on.
Oh, the nudge into space. Where's this going to bounce? Oh, it's going to bounce up for Mackenzie. And he's going to find Robinson. I haven't spoken to anyone about this, Nick, but I'm throwing you under the bus here. You've got 25 minutes, and I want you to pick the man of the match. This is lovely play from Barbarians. Big John Ryan with the offload. It's over Yard, and they found Stoop. Still going here, the Barbars, and Hugard.
You pushed him in there.
Mackenzie. Oh, big shot on Scrafton. He scored the Barbars' first try, remember. Going through the phases well, though. The visitors, of course, they head to Northampton this weekend. Some tour they're on, isn't it? Oh, McAnally. Oh, he'd sensed a gap. Yes, so you're on man of the match duty, okay? He's marched them 10. You can't do that on a Thursday. It's a good kick as well. Quins tiptoeing around the 22.
9 and 12. That's exactly what they just said to me about that. That's exactly what they said about that down here. 1, 2,
Changes for Quins then. Hayden Hyde coming in for Lennox and Yanwu. Jack Stafford coming on for Danny King. Hayden Hyde represented England at the Commonwealth Games as sevens player. He's got a couple of cracking tries at Scottish. Jack Stafford spent some time on loan at Richmond. Former Ireland under 20, came here from Munster. Another popular member of the squad. A couple of Barbars changes as well that I'll tell you about after we've gone through these phases, because Quins are back underway. Baxter, oh, great inside ball from Baxter, but then it wobbles forward, and Mackenzie. Chip and go from him, but we'll go back for the scrum. So Jacopo Bianchi is on for the Barbarians. Zebra player, flanker, capped at Italy A and 20s. Another old mate of yours is on. Gareth Simpson coming on at scrum half, and Graham Kitchener as well.
Yes, both of them are at Worcester. I know them both very well. Graham Kitchener's younger brother, Andrew Kitchener, as well. He's off. He's at Saracens at the minute. Gareth Simpson as well. Played on the weekend with Saracens. Went really well. So it's great to see them both out playing for Barbarians.
Some nice moments between them and Josh Bassett as they leave the field too, and they get a great applause from this west stand, just below our commentary position actually. Ross Chisholm gets a lovely round of applause, but listen to this one. And he is a man who has earned that applause. He's become somewhat of a try machine, and everyone here at the Stoop is counting down to his first England cap that must be just around the corner. He's turning into some player, isn't he, Caden?
Yeah, he's a very all-rounded winger. He's very powerful, so he can run through you, but he's also got the pace to run round you, so I think that's what makes him so difficult to tackle.
Oh, speaking of tackles, that is a monster. A big man on a big man, and there was a suggestion of old school about that.
Great hit, Dino Lando.
Oh, he is a strong boy, isn't he? Okay, it's just me and you. Let's pretend that no one else is listening. Who's quicker, you or Caden? In a straight line. 40 metres.
Then would you give me the honest answer?
Honest answer.
Yeah. So Caden's got the edge on me. I think his max recorded speed is, I want to say 10.4.
Oh, it's been turned over here. Great offload. Here goes Caden Murley.
There you go.
Off the bench, onto the score sheet. Splashes down. Quins lead. And you can file that under things you love to see.
It's not a bad first touch, is it, Dave? Great finish, great speed from Caden. Great support line off. I'm not sure it was Oscar Beer potentially.
Turnover ball, absolute chaos. Well, he draws a big breath in through the nose. To be fair, he'll probably say you can sub me off again now, Gaffer. I've done my bit. But here's the turnover. It was Edwards with the pickup. And then Caden Murley strides in. Rate the finish out of 10.
Dive potentially needs a little bit of work, Dave. I don't think I'm the only one with that opinion.
That's 2 out of 10.
We'll meet in the middle and say 2 out of 10, sure.
Quins back ahead.
Great finish, though.
So those of you that tuned in ahead of kickoff will have seen that even on a night like this, with two teams like this, Harlequins fullback Nick Davis said 10 tries. I said more than 10 tries. Surely everyone at home was screaming, 10 tries? You've got to be kidding. We're on 9.
How many is that now, Dave?
They've counted them up for us, thankfully. Luther Burrell coming out to be replaced by Tom Daly, the Connacht centre. He's a big lump himself. 6'4", 100 plus kgs. It doesn't get any easier for the boys out there, does it? Archie White's on. Jack Walker's on. Quins have scuffed that one out. That's Will Evans' race run. We spoke at half-time about Jack Walker. There's a few players coming back in who I think everyone will be pleased to see. Looking forward to the Prem Cup tomorrow. Tom Lauday making his return as well.
Yeah, great to see. It'll be great to see Tommy back out there tomorrow after suffering from a hamstring injury. He's again top player. The competition at back row is crazy.
A lot of talented players. That was the first touch for Tom Daly. Lost that collision, but I've no doubt he'll win a couple. The 2 second rows for Barbarians have put a massive shift in. That's Hayden Stringer Thompson. He's come on the loose head side. Oh, lovely feet from Mackenzie, and the offload as well. Oh, it's just gone forward.
It's great feet from Mackenzie, isn't it?
It's just a joy to watch, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just very, very relaxed on the ball. Very silky runner.
Now they're ringing the changes now. Abraham Papali'i coming off. And that would be Jacopo Bianchi coming on. So Ogre now on in the front row, Jacopo Bianchi on in the back row, but Bianchi wearing 16 and Ogre wearing 20. Oh, that's not a particularly sympathetic pass, but Beard has put a cannon of a boot on it, to be fair. Now Brown thought about the pass and then delayed it in the yard. Still looks explosive on the ball. Hayden Hyde drags him by the bootstraps. And there's a missed tackle, and Moore can keep the Barbarians moving. Quins on their own 22 defending. Barbarians looking for the score that would draw the game level. Here's Moore in at first receiver, sucking in defenders. Penalty advantage. Infringement at the breakdown. Quins putting hands in.
Corner, surely, Dave.
It's got to be. Or tap and go. Are we going to see another of those 13, 14, 15-man mauls? 20 minutes to go. How long till we see Marler? Well, there's a serious meeting of the minds going on there. Everyone's involved. So Ogre, he's actually scored in 2 separate games for Wasps against Quins, November last year and February 2020, but both were at the CBS Arena as opposed to here at the Stoop. That's a good carry by AJ Lamb. Oh, it's a great opportunity now for the Barbarians. Looking to sneak into the lead as well. Flat ball picked off. Oh, that's a brilliant read. And now a clean pair of heels. It's a race for the line. Surely Brown's been blocked. It is going to be an absolute lungbuster. What a score. 100 metres plus. Hayden Hyde from the south stand to the north stand. Adds try number 10. Hard line stick, David.
Yeah, that's again end-to-end stuff. I'm sure around the halfway mark he was starting to feel the lungs go, but luckily Caden came across for a bit of backup. But yeah, it's a great defensive read, isn't it, from Hayden? Again, another player who's been on loan with Scottish. Yeah, it's great evasive skills to get away there.
But watch this now, because Caden Murley has absolutely gone shoulder to shoulder with Mike Brown. He's so quick, he's smiled at him as he's gone by, and then Brownie's clipped the heels. He's opened the door. That was more like an American football touchdown than a rugby try in the end, but that is some effort from Hayden Hyde. And again, he's used to playing sevens. We could go and have 5 minutes on the bench now, but he's got to get straight back into the action.
Yeah, he's definitely got, similar to Will Edwards, being involved in England sevens, that definitely would have done worlds for his engine.
10 tries, 38-28. Oh, what a read. He's got rid of Damien McCarthy there as well. We'll have a great angle of this. Look at those two having a chat. And that was a little sign of that gas that you were talking about with Caden Murley. He's got wheels, which is, well, not surprising because he's such an explosive athlete, but I'm sure he won't mind us saying he's only got little legs.
Yeah, there's not a heck of a lot wrong with Caden physically. So I think, yeah, like you say, because of his size, you think he tends to be one of those guys who runs over people, but he's got the gas to run on the outside as well.
Hooker's offside. Offside, yeah.
Ogray was offside. Oh, here goes Marchant now. Quinn's superior conditioning and the fact that they haven't been on it for a week is really starting to shine through now. That was Stafford. Certainly had more hair when he arrived as a Harlequin. It's a short ball to Dino Lamb, now Hammond. Hyde. Hammond again, Murley. Straight into Mike Brown. You know that Mike Brown is actually a big fan of Murley and tips him very much as the future of the club. Jacopo Bianchi. Testing the laws there. And another change in the front row as well. Simon Kerrod's come on. He's wearing number 18. Talented artist.
Talented artist.
Simon Kerrod.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's news to me.
You stick around, you find things out. A couple of years ago, he did some lovely hand-drawn Christmas cards.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. You wouldn't expect a big old front row lump like
no,
him.
I was going to say.
Oh, here we go. Baxter out. Marler in. Great reception, and Marler straight in the game, lifting Dombrandt. Quinn's turn to go for the maul. Not fun, but you need to make it work. Walker at the back. Eyes up, over the top.
I'll get the number when he gets up.
The man over the ball, it's Ollie Robinson. Makes a good turnover. He'll come back for the advantage. Just a word on the socks again for Marler. Well, in fact, not at all, because Quinn's have gone quickly. Caden Murley. Oh, Archie White fancies a go. He doesn't get over the try line very often. Stafford. Quinn's players queuing up for the carry. It's Marler. Tips it on to Kenningham. Kenningham's there.
Great try.
First try of the season for Jack Kenningham, believe it or not. When he first burst into the team, felt like he was scoring every week, but he's hit a great line there. A standstill assist for Joe Marler.
You won't see a more casual tip in your life.
But Marler on the pitch, he's got the two socks, the Barbarians hoops, and then his best mate Ewan, big Quins fan, written in big block letters on the other. Straight into the game with a lift at the line out. The most casual tip, and that is a good line and a good finish by Jack Kenningham.
Seven Barbarians and new captain.
Oh, there's a bit of the ball on the line. Close enough for Jazz. We're up over 10. You were too conservative, Nick.
Yeah,
another good
way too
kick.
conservative.
47-28. Great game. Let's have another look at the try then. Marler, the playmaker. Oh, it's a no-look pass as well. It's a no-look pass. Well, the stand we've stood in on their feet to pay homage to Mike Brown. He's just come off the pitch onto the bench. And Mike Brown takes a seat in the Stoop. Maybe for the last time in his career, who knows, but he scored a wonderful try. It's been wonderful to have him back. Mike Bover announces his name, and that applause continues. He's been replaced by Rhino Smith. That's got to be one of the best names in rugby.
Yeah, I think you bang on there, Dave, to be honest.
Marchant looking for the 50-22. Where's this bouncing? Kicks infield, Stafford underneath it. Horrible pass to Edwards, who makes the best of a bad situation. Beard. Heavy strapping on that ankle of Oscar Beard. Robinson was slicking around that ball. He's an excellent open side. Is that a little goosey from Joe Marler?
It might be, you know. I think it might be.
Murley fancies another roll and go. Bouncing round like a pinball. Edwards, Archie White. He runs into Cathal Ford. Stafford with a little inside pass. Caden's been busy, isn't he? He's coming on. So Marchant. Marlon Yard. Oh, Archie White gets away from him. Lovely work, Archie White. Had a lot of first team rugby this year in Alex Dombrandt's absence.
Off now, Barbarians.
Kenningham. Just on the score sheet. 7 tries for Quins now. Edwards has another little look. Tackle still flying in. Still 10 minutes to go. Wonder how much more action there is here. Oh, Joe Marler to Dombrand. Out of the back door from Dombrand. How a minty touch. Not on the same wavelength with Archie White. Hang on, I've just rubbed my eyes and pinched myself. Have we just seen what I think we've just seen?
I think we have, Dave. I don't think you'll ever see a pass like that from a front row forward.
Well, I remember before this fixture was announced, Joe Marler was stirring it up on Twitter, wasn't he? And Barbarians said, "We'll come as long as you play 10 for us." Well, he's not playing 10 for either team, but he may as well be. First receiver. Oh. And then Dombrand gets away as well. Barbarians ball. Remember, they scored first in the second half. Since then, it's been all Quins. 75 points, not bad for a Thursday though, is it? Oh, great. Knocked that ball on, so still with Quins now. Referee says flat, so Quins back into the 22. Oh, hold to ground. Concentration's gone. We might have a try here.
Might be a try that though.
Oh. Josh Bassett denied a hat-trick.
Just wait for this to check. Goal line got back.
Well, we'll get a good view of this. Of course, the referees don't get the benefit of the cameras here.
No, we're good to play on. Yeah, time is on.
So where's this gone from? It was Hayden Hyde.
Straight out. Yeah, okay.
That is the first goal line dropout I've seen that's gone straight out. Oh, Quins have played on. Of course they have. Will Edwards pumps the pass. It's got a little bit lazy, but we'll forgive them that. Robinson switches the play, picked off by Marchant. Marchant's going to hear home. It's his first try, the second interception try. The North Stand showing some love. It's a great read. Quins raise the bat for the half century. And that's a lovely moment between Murley and Marchant. Are you watching Eddie Jones?
Yeah, it's another great read there from Joe. I think potentially if Barbarians had gone the phase early, there's a bit of space on the left-hand side, but just, yeah, I think just pass was potentially a bit ambitious and March has beat the reward there.
And he's got a pretty heavily strapped ankle as well. Still showed a clean pair of heels. 8 tries for Quins. Tell you what, if they get a couple more, mate, then you can just change your mind and say, oh, I meant 10. I meant 10 for just Quins. Yeah.
We might have to edit that.
80 points. 52-28. Great fun game. Ooh, look at that. That bit of drop focus there, that was by a camera operator called Ezra, and he is a little artistic genius. Loving your work, Ez. (52-28). Stick with us after the game as well. I'm going to be going pitch side to see who I can chat to. And just a reminder that you're on man of the match duty. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to ask you who's impressed you from both sides, and then later in the game, when the ball goes dead, it's a big reveal. Another advantage here for Quins from the high tackle. Stafford whips that out to the try scorer Marchant.
Captain Hickle, it's too high tackling in quick succession. There's the goal, Joe!
Keep going, mate, keep going, 2 or 3 metres.
Here. Wait. Let's just go, just back.
So while we wait for the line-out to be set, who has impressed you tonight from both teams? Who have you enjoyed watching?
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of good players out there tonight. I think we'll start with Barbarians. I think Mike Brown made a really good impact. He obviously scored that great try off that Damien McKenzie kick. Damien McKenzie also been outstanding.
Oh, Will Edwards is through. Brilliant feat from Edwards. Backs himself round the outside, and he's going to get there too. We thought he might do something special tonight. A birthday gift from the birthday boy, Will Edwards. Oh, that is special. That's what he's all about.
Great finish, that, isn't it? Great, ridiculous finish from Will.
Give him an inch, he takes a mile. I think Marlon's gone and given him a lecture saying we had something planned there, but once he was through, only one thing was happening. Threw in the goosey. Even skidded under the tackle. He'll tell you that was on purpose.
Yeah, it's outstanding from Will there, just off the set piece. Just noticed a bit of a dog leg there, and he's gone straight through the gap like a knife through butter.
And he's converted it as well. Quins 61, Barbarians 28. Joey's done well tonight, and he's made a career of doing well. Is spotting the mismatch. He's seen a front rower there, and he just knows he can throw the dummy and step them. Murley's done really well there. Yard wanted to absolutely melt him into touch, but he stayed in. Oh, the chip over from Marler. No Quins player anywhere near it, but it was lots of fun. Here's Rhino Smith. Throws the skimming stone, Smith. Here's Daly. Takes Barbarians back into the Quins half. We've not found ourselves looking right very often, as that one skims into touch. Let's continue with who you've enjoyed watching. So we heard from some Barbarians. Who have you enjoyed in the quarters tonight?
Yeah, there's been a few names come to mind. I think Alex Dombrandt's been everywhere. Danny Kerr's been great. A few assists tonight. I think Caden's made a great impact. I think Will Edwards has been pretty phenomenal for me.
All right, interesting. You've not mentioned either of the lads who've got 2 tries there. No Bassett or Beard. So in a couple of minutes' time, we will get your man of the match. And as I said, post-match, we'll go through some of the best tries, but then I'm going to head pitch side. Hopefully, we'll get some great reaction from some Quins. Maybe some Barbars. And I think tonight has been a roaring success. Capacity crowd here have had a great night. And the Stoop still singing. Jack Walker. Good ball to Hammond and a good take by Stafford as well. Oh, the bicycle kick! Please be good! I was desperate for that to drop. But instead there's space here for the Barbarians. The kick, not sure was the right option, but it was certainly the right option tonight of all nights. God, knocked on. Oh, Dombrandt's going to be buzzing off that, isn't he?
Even though it didn't pay off, I think any forward would be buzzing if they were given the license to do a kick like that.
Oh, amazing. Can we just do this every week? Quins ball. Searching for try number 10. Try number 10, so we can edit the footage and make Nick David look like a genius. Here's Hyde. Edwards. Bassett. Still potential hat-trick. He spilled that forward, and Marlon Yard picks up the pieces. Tom Daly. Robinson. Generous advantage on the knock-on. Right, while they set the scrum then, your man of the match tonight, Nick David.
I mentioned a few names tonight. As I say, of course, Oscar Beard and Josh Bassett both got 2 tries apiece, but I think the man who wins it tonight for me has got to be the number 10 for Quins, Will Edwards.
Will Edwards, on his birthday, great try. Stood there at first receiver. Great to see him get 80 minutes in the quarters. And the Quins number 10 is the man of the match. Here's Smith, takes it to the line and Yard nearly gets through. Good tackle by the ankles there, Hayden Hyde. Oh, lovely feet on the outside and staying in the fight, Quins, to make that tackle.
Tackle! Leave it 6, leave it!
Some big shifts from the back row for Quins as well. Kenningham, 80 minutes. Dombrandt, 80 minutes. And a testing 80 minutes as well ahead of Gloucester on Friday. This Quins team get back to Premiership action. There's Daly. Oh, the inside ball, a chop tackle. Now we've got a foot race. Who's going to win? Caden Murley or the touchline? Murley's going to get there first. He's not known for his kicking game, but that's a gorgeous touch. Caden Murley loses his footing, but finds Archie White. Beautiful pass. And Joe Marler gets the meat pie. That might be the most popular score of the night. 10 tries for Quins, 1 for that man. The best kick of Caden Murley's career, and maybe the best finish of Joe Marler's.
Yeah, I think that sort of rounds off the night perfectly, isn't it, Dave? I mean, what a finish. Some guys finish it off as well. Yeah, great kick through from Caden and offload to Archie, and Archie great pass to Joe on the edge.
Oh, and guess who's going to kick it? 7 points for Marler. What a touch from Caden Murley as well. Oh, Archie White thought he could back himself. What a seed from Archie. happen very often, does it? But when he does, listen to that reaction. He got the conversion too. Oh, the North Stand have got value tonight. The drop kick. It's a cultured touch as well from Marler. Dombrand charged down. Hayden Thompson's stringer. Now Simpson. Inside ball to Daly. Rhino. Ball out of the back. Who's going to have the last laugh here? Still time for one more try. Quinn's penalty. Is it time for another coast to coast? Marchant. Oh my goodness. Lovely offload, but could be isolated here, Kenningham. Barbar's all over the ball. Oh, Stafford! Quinn's cutting loose. Stafford gets the ball back off Bassett. Does well to keep hold. Quinn's around the 22. More good footwork. The Barbarians must be absolutely exhausted. Marler on the wraparound. Oh, that's a good nudge. Oh, nearly's going to go in again. They cannot stop scoring. It's raining tries at the Stoop. Was that a George Hammond kick to make it happen?
It's not the first time I've seen it, Dave. That's all I can say. If anything, he's renowned for grubbers these days, George Hammond.
Okay, then back on the scoreboard. 73 points. Can they hit 75? Good nudge, you know, from Hammond. Dombrand's queuing up for the kick. They've fallen off the tackle, and Murley loves the score. 7 in the Premiership all year.
Alex Dombrand lining up the kick here.
Last kick of the game. He's trying to draw it in. It's close. It's wide. Well, Alex Dombrand ends the game with his head in his hands, but everyone else ends it with a smile on their face. Tonight has been absolutely perfect, exactly what everybody signed up for. The light show started again at this brilliant cathedral of rugby. Loads of tries, 15 in total, 11 for Quins, 4 for the Barbarians. Their stars put on a show, but Harlequin stars shone brighter on the night. The full-time score, Quins 73, Barbarians 28. The players will take a little while congratulating each other down there. I'm going to head down with a microphone soon to try and pick up some post-match reaction. But before that, let's take a look at some of the tries, Nick David, because goodness knows how they're going to slot these highlights together, because there was so much to enjoy. Right, which ones are they going to pick? This Barbarians one, oh goodness me, that seems a long time ago now, doesn't it? Abraham Papali'i, when he went in. Only real chance they had to run one of those trick plays, and it worked beautifully. Yeah, right at the start of the second half, and that was great finish from the for Barbarians number 8 there. This was the quick thinking from Dombrand, and that put Bassett in for his second. 2 tries for him. I think he'd be pleased with that. Good to break the duck for a new team. Yeah, definitely. I think it's always sort of plays in your mind a bit when you first try for a new team, so it's nice for Bassett to get 2 tonight. Edwards was feeding Caden Murley there. He'd only just been on the pitch. That was his first touch, wasn't it? Again, break the finish. Yeah. What did you say, Dave? I'll repeat what you said. I think it was 2 out of 10. You said 2 out of 10's generous, but it's only because we're pleased to see him. Oh, he gave it the eyes too. Either way. And this was Hayden Hyde, length of the field stuff, who was either begging for the try line to be closer or begging for somebody to catch him. Yeah, one of the two, I think. You can see the lungs going. Caden Murley cleared the line for him. A little bit of chat with Mike Brown, and that's a decent score from Hyde. He's one to keep an eye on, you know. Oh, I get a great view of it. Mackenzie misses the tackle, but tonight of all nights we'll let him off for that. Check over the shoulder. Is anyone there? Is someone there? No. You've got to go yourself, Hayden. Well, let's have a look at a couple more tries, and then I'll head down. Jack Stafford, great to see him get the nod as well. That was the Marler assist, and perhaps the biggest cheer of the night. was for the Marler try. Yeah, Marchant. I mean, he was bound to score tonight, wasn't he?
Yeah, without a doubt.
And at this point, it started raining. Here was the man of the match. Edwards slides under a tackle. Skids, stops, goes. And this was a lovely touch inside. And this was the moment, if this place had a roof, it would have burst off. Archie White, beautiful pass. Joe Marler with the finish.
Yeah, great finish, great pass there from Archie, and what a way to finish it.
With the goosey as well. Nick David, it has been an absolute pleasure to share this with you this evening. I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'm going to head pitch side. So don't go anywhere. Post-match reactions to come.
So the game of rugby will always have risks. It's an incredibly physical, combative sport, but I do feel the game isn't as safe as it could possibly be.
When my dad played back in the day, I think he was soft if he didn't come back on after a head knock, whereas now our safety is number one, and it's good to know as a player that you're getting well looked after.
Nowadays we have technology that we wear in a gum shield that will measure the impact of the force of the hit, or measure how many times you've been hit. From a risk management perspective, the game is incredibly safer now than it was 20, 30 years ago.
Like Harlequins, Saxo has come a long way in 30 years, and empowering clients to manage their risk is a key part of our heritage. That's why we're constantly building and improving our powerful risk management tools, including account shields and custom alerts, to ensure that you're always protected. Saxo, be invested.
With the young un, getting on the score sheet, perfect moment, probably the most an away try has ever been cheered here at the Stoop. And it was one to remember as well, wasn't it? Sensational score. Take a walk with me then. Let's take the long way round. They're still in the huddle there. I'm going to walk through the chaos. Scott Baldwin's here as well. He's come back to visit, hugely popular man here at the Stoop, played hooker when they won the championship. Oh, he's walked a bit too far away now. Alex Dombran, you were the only man who entered this game with their head in their hands, because you had your big chance in front of everyone and you blew it.
Mate, it was whiskers. I'm telling you, it was millimetres away. It was a hell of a strike off the tee, and I'm happy with that.
Speaking of a hell of a strike, little bicycle kick.
Yeah, yeah. Snap came up to me at the start of the week and said, "What do you think about this?" And I'm never one to turn down a bit of fun like that. It was just more about connecting with it than anything. Probably put a bit too much on it, but I just didn't want to kick it in my face and mess it up. So just happy I connected with it.
I'll be honest with you, that would have been the viral clip. We'd have all loved that.
Start of the week, he wants me to kick it in my face and mess it up, so I'm glad I didn't.
Great night tonight.
Yeah, no, it was great. You know, obviously we needed a hit out going into a big week next week against Gloucester, and I think we just spoke about that. It's a massive privilege and an honour to be one of the lucky ones able to play for Quins against Barbarians. You know, some of us will never get to play for or against the Barbarians in our career, so to do that here is a special moment for us that we got engraved on our jerseys that we get to keep. So no, it's a special night, and hopefully we put on a good show for the fans.
Certainly did. I don't usually like to talk to you about tries you've conceded, but when Brownie went over, that felt like a special moment for everyone.
Yeah, I was wondering if they checked the offside on that one or not. No, look, we actually had one of our best D sets there. We were fronting up and knocking them back, and then a bit of magic from them, and then Brownie scored a great try. So no, credit to him, and it was great to have him back at the Stoop, and I'm happy that he got a try to go home with. So yeah.
I hope you're going to enjoy this night with everyone, but there is the pretty serious matter of Gloucester here next Friday. I mean, this was a fun night, this was a big night, but that's massive.
Yeah, no, it's all, these last few weeks have been a bit of a weird time at the club, obviously with no games, so it's it's been massive in terms of looking forward to the Gloucester game, and we know that it's a massive challenge. They're going really well this season, so no, all eyes on Gloucester, and it was good to get a hit out tonight. A few sore bodies, but we rest up, and then we're in on Sunday to start that week. So yeah.
Well, that means you get tomorrow off. That's fun. Will Edwards was man of the match. We're going to speak to him in a minute, but your thoughts on his performance?
No, it's great. It was a perfect game for him, obviously coming from a bit of a sevens background and an open game, and giving him space to do what he does. You know, we called a few plays and he saw a space, and with the instinct he's got, he went and it worked, and he's a great finisher, as everyone saw tonight. So no, I'm massively chuffed for him.
Well played tonight. Really enjoyed it. Go have some fun, and let's bring in a man of the match. Happy birthday.
How are you?
I'm very well, but not as good as you, because you look like you had an absolute ball for 80 minutes there.
Yeah, I needed you hammer off that one though, to be fair. I think, Christ, that was some hell of a game, right? That we obviously knew it was going to be a special one, but going in at half time, bit tight. Second half, it just went the way we hoped, and yeah, had a bit of fun with it.
What is your rate of starts for Harlequins and man of the match performances, by the way?
I have no idea, but no idea. It could be quite a good start, I reckon, though. But yeah, I literally can't think of it in my head. I'm literally too tired.
Let's talk about the night then, because this seemed like a game that was tailor-made for you, and every time you get the chance to wear 10, people get excited, and there's a big reason behind that. You score tries, you kick goals, you make things happen, and you certainly made them happen tonight.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this game there was a bit of there was no pressure, so it was great to go out and have a crack, throw the ball about. But I mean, that's what I love doing. That's why I play for this club. We get the opportunity to back ourselves, let the boys back me. So when I get the opportunity to have a go, I'm going to have a go. And when you've got people like Domers running lines off me, it makes my job easy.
And the try?
Yeah, the try. I don't really know what happened at the end there. He somehow ducked underneath the last tackle and got to the line. I was more happy that I got over the line than anything else.
So what you're saying is the slide under the tackle was deliberate?
Yes, I'm going with this.
What happens tonight?
Who knows? Who knows? We'll go in. We'll have a good chat with some of the Barbarians lads. Obviously, quite a few of the Wasps and Worcester lads. It's nice to see them get a game, and then we'll see what happens in the change rooms and go from there.
And a quick word on the supporters, because it's Thursday night. You can't get a ticket here for a league game at the moment, but they came in their numbers. They made great noise. They created a wonderful atmosphere for you, didn't they?
The Stoop's an amazing place. Everyone buys in fully. A Thursday night, pretty much sold out. It was absolutely popping off. I mean, I'm glad we just gave them the entertainment for it, because they are an incredible supporters.
11 tries will do that. Happy birthday, well played, enjoy tonight, and looking forward to the next time you strap it on. Right then, stick with me. Let's just walk this way. Let's just keep going. We're under no time pressure here. In fact, let's Hayden Hyde. We got Archie White there. We got Jack Stafford, Marchant, George Head. Who do you want to go for? Any preference? Let's just interrupt someone's conversation, shall we? Who am I allowed to talk to? Anyone? Everyone? Hayden Hyde. Have you got your breath back?
No. That was awful. I should have given it to Caden. He was jogging next to me and made it look so easy.
When you look back at the replay, there is a hilarious moment where Caden pretty much just pushes Brownie out the way.
Yeah, I mean, I was running on treacle for about 50 metres of that try, and yeah, no, it was fun though.
Great to see you in the quarters, great to see you getting a try. What a lot of the supporters haven't seen is the hard graft you've been putting in the 7th season at London Scottish, so to do it in front of the cameras, to do it with this great group, must feel pretty good.
Yeah, no, it does feel pretty special. Like, I've just been out of with injury for about 8 weeks now, so it's the first game back, and it feels special to be back with like the sort of the main senior group, and it's just a really fun game to be a part of, especially.
When your name was on that team sheet then, the 23, knowing it was going to be against the Barbarians, something that so many players go their entire careers without being around, how did you feel?
I didn't actually process it for quite a while, to be fair. Like, I was more shocked that my name was actually on the team sheet, and then, then you get here and you see them all lining up, you see people like Damien McKenzie, Mike Brown all there, and that's when it sort of starts to sink in. So I was getting a bit nervous like 5 minutes before coming on. But
I don't want to pump up your tyres, but you went straight through Damien McKenzie for the try as well, so make sure that gets clipped up.
I didn't even notice, to be honest. Pretty cool actually, yeah.
What about these guys then? These youngsters behind you having a dance, the people who packed out the stands, They support the club week in, week out, and they were wonderful for you tonight, weren't they?
Oh no, they were amazing as always. To be fair, you always come down to the Stoop and they give it. They're all the 16th man, so being in front of them and playing in front of them is really special. They make it really special. So
we'll go and be with them. Well played tonight. Absolute pleasure to see you in the quarters. Let's get one more. Oh my good God. Let's get Jack Kenningham. Oh, I've just had the shock of my life. We're not sending the camera over there. Well played, mate. That looked like a lot of fun, but a lot of hard fun.
Yeah, it was. There was a little bit of hard fun involved. It got better in the second half as things started to open up. But yeah, Marla said at the end, no Quins players have been able to play a Barbarian side before, so it's something we're going to remember for the rest of our careers. And yeah, it was a great night. Really fun atmosphere.
And you got a try as well. You've not had one for a while.
I was glad I got a try because Brownie spent most of the night tormenting me under the high ball off restart. So a bit of work on that maybe in the week. But yeah, no, it's always nice to score, especially in an event like this.
Spoken to a few of the guys now, and everyone is just like you. Their eyes are wide. They've got a big smile on their face. Is it always that fun?
I like to say yes. It's that fun when we are able to throw about the ball and enjoy ourselves, and we do that most weeks, to be fair. But tonight was a extra special occasion, and I think we all just sort of took it in our stride. And the message in the week was to enjoy it. We hadn't been able to play for a few weeks. We had the bye week, followed by, unfortunately, everything which happened. We didn't have our game against Wasps, but it was nice to see a couple of the guys who are at Worcester and Wasps playing on the opposition today. So it was just good to be back out on the pitch in front of the fans, really.
And good to have you guys back as well. We've got Jack Walker over there. He's played such an integral part in this team since joining from Bath. How much of a lift does it give everyone when he steps back out onto the pitch?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Obviously, picked up an injury against Exeter away. But it's brilliant to have someone like him. He went on the summer tour to England and he's knocking on the door at the camps and stuff. So it's brilliant when we have someone like that returning to the team. It gives us a boost.
Also, Joe Marler is now throwing 30-yard passes, short balls to you for tries, goose stepping in for tries himself. Is that just what he does now?
Standard Joe now, isn't it? We'll probably see it next week against Gloucester as well, I hope.
Enjoy tonight, mate. Well played, well played. I feel like I've thrown him under the bus here. Can we have a word, seriously? Quins legend, just wanted to come and say hello. Life looks like it's going pretty well for you at the moment, mate. Quick word for the Quins fans who's still on your side.
Thank you very much for still being on my side. I'm not sure you all are, but yeah.
Of course they are. Talk to us about camps. You've been in and around England, right?
Yes, yeah, I've been in for the last few weeks. Been sent home early, haven't quite got the call up yet, so hopefully soon, but enjoying it.
Well, what's that been like as an experience?
Yeah, good. I think definitely learning a lot of hard work, but yeah, it's nice to see some friendly faces in Caden and Marcus there. But yeah, loving it so far.
Enjoy tonight?
Yeah, good game.
Good fun?
Yeah, very much so.
Because you've got one coming. Are you playing this weekend against Tel Aviv? Or?
No, I'm not this weekend, no. So I've got a weekend off, which is nice.
Well, put your feet up, enjoy it with the lads. Really
nice
good to see you. Definitely on that man's side, and can't wait to see him put the red rose on, just like Caden Murley. It is a matter of time, but I think it's about time we drew the curtain down on tonight. Quins have had a great night, Barbarians have had a great night. The season continues. The women kick off the Premier 15s against University of Worcester Warriors. That's on Sunday at the Stoop. Get down if you can, or join us on the live stream. As for the men, they move to Sale tomorrow in the Prem Cup. Then it's Friday Night Lights back here at the Stoop next week. If there are still some tickets available, you're lucky. Grab them while you can. Wherever you've joined us tonight, it's been an absolute pleasure to bring this game to you. Thanks to Xiaomi, of course, our brand new partner, who have made sure the game has been free across YouTube and TikTok. Enjoy your weekend. It's going to be a great one. Thanks for watching.